Hurry up, darling. You're going to be very late.
Coming! Darling, I'm so worried about leaving you on your own all weekend.
Don't worry. I'll be fine on my own. I've told you.
You're hopeless at looking after yourself.
You left enough food in the fridge to feed the Foreign Legion.
It's only frozen cannelloni and things.
I love cannelloni.
I know, but...
Now, get a move on. You're over an hour's drive, and you know how your mother worries if anyone's a minute late.
Are you sure you can't come with me?
No, she's much happier seeing you on your own, and I can get some work done. Now, hurry up.
Well, will you bring my case down for me while I check to see you've got everything you need?
I'm quite capable of defrosting cannelloni, you know.
I'll get it. Go on. Hello? The what agency? Bon appetit? Who are you? Tonight? I don't know anything about. Yes, that's me. Oh, I see. My husband. Did he indeed? She's leaving now? Suzette! Fine, I'll tell him. Thank you so much.
Who was that?
The Bon Appetit Catering Agency.
Ah, fine.
Just ringing to say their girl is on her way.
I see.
Her name is Suzette.
Suzette?
And everything's arranged for this evening?
Perhaps I'd better explain.
Perhaps you had.
You see, I'm not going to totally be absolutely on my own after all this weekend.
Really?
No.
And who is she?
No, my sweet, don't get the wrong idea. Robert rang yesterday.
Robert.
He's just back from Hong Kong. He was at a loose end and wondered what we were doing for the weekend.
Which Robert?
The Robert, my oldest friend Robert, our best man Robert.
Robert's coming here.
Yes, tonight. I didn't mention it because I didn't want you to worry about leaving us on our own.
Robert's coming here and you didn't tell me.
He just phoned yesterday, sweetheart, and I didn't want you to start changing plans for our sake. We'll be fine on our own. I'm quite looking forward to it, actually.
He's staying the weekend?
Well, tonight and tomorrow. That's why I hired the agency. Bit extravagant, I know, but I wanted to be free over dinner, get a bit pissed, talk over old times.
When's he arriving?
Soon. He's coming down from Paris by train. Gonna call from the station.
I see.
So, you must hurry up. Your mother's gonna start panicking. I'll get the car.
Hello? Robert, where are you? At the station? Yes, Robert, well, I'm just about to leave for Mother's. Yes, I'd arranged to go to her for the weekend, but I didn't know you were coming, my darling. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, Lord, my angel, I don't know what I can do. When will you be here? It's a 2-minute taxi ride. Yes? Oh, leave it to me. I'll think of something. I'm not going to miss the chance of a whole weekend with you. Oh, I love you too, my precious. Just get here as soon as you can. Hello, Mother. Yes, it's me. No, I know I haven't left yet, Mother, but you see, I'm not well. No, I think it's a touch of flu. No, I was so looking forward to seeing you this weekend, Mother, but I really don't feel up to it. No, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'll get over it next week. I promise I'll make it up to you. Bye, Mother.
The car's outside, darling.
That was Mother on the phone.
Your mother?
She's got the flu.
What?
She's not well, so I put it off till next week.
Next week?
Yes, isn't that nice? Now I can see Robert too.
But, no,
It's all right, darling. I won't get in the way of your bachelor reminiscences.
You must,
Oh, it's all right. She's got Sophie next door looking after her. She practically ordered me not to come.
But...
It's all right. I can look after you both now. I'll just ring that agency and tell them we'll be one more.
No, don't call them.
But they'll want to know we're 3 now.
They already know. I mean, I told them we'd supply the food, so it didn't matter how many there are.
You were going to give Robert frozen cannelloni.
No, I was going to nip into the village and get something special.
Fine, we can do that now, no problem.
Are you sure your mother doesn't need you?
I'm quite sure. You could just take my case up for me while I get everything ready in the kitchen for the girl.
You're quite sure?
Quite sure.
God.
What?
Oh, good.
Oh, by the way, Robert rang. He's on his way from the station.
Oh, good. Oh, God.
Darling,
Darling,
thank God you're still here.
wild horses wouldn't move me.
Where's Bernard?
Upstairs.
Where's your mother?
In bed with the flu.
And where are you tonight?
In bed with you.
My angel. This is crazy, you know.
Oh, he invited you. I didn't.
We have to be so careful.
Oh, I'll find a way. I am so glad I found out you were coming.
You're the only reason I did, baby.
Oh, he's coming.
Hello!
You're here!
Oh, just. How are you?
Terrific. How was Hong Kong?
It was great. Thank you for having me and inviting me on such short notice.
Oh, we see so little of you.
Far too little.
It's a very nice house you've got here.
Oh, yes, you haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
It's quite small, but
It is quite small, but convenient for weekends. Less than 2 hours from Paris. Jacqueline did it all.
Ah, so attractive.
She has such an eye.
Yes, a beautiful eye.
So, have you decided where he's sleeping, darling?
more or less.
You see, you could have this room, or that one over there.
This one.
Oh, are you sure this room's got...
Yes, that one will be just fine.
Right. It's the cowshed.
The what?
You see, this was an old farm building once before we converted it. This was the main barn. We're upstairs in the loft where all the haymaking goes on. The kitchen's the old dairy, and the dining room's next door in the old hen house. And the other spare bedroom is the piggery.
Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't choose that one.
Oh no, this one's much nicer. Lovely big bed.
Yes. Quite lovely.
Oops. And don't lock your door tonight.
What?
We'll have to shop for more tonight.
Ah, yeah.
I'll make a list. What did you have planned for dinner?
Well, I hadn't really thought.
You hadn't thought, oh, we must plan a nice meal. Is this Suzette girl a good cook?
Cordon bleu, they said. Serves it all and washes up afterwards.
Oh, you were going to do yourselves proud.
Well, you know how Robert likes the little extras in life.
Yes. Oh, well, you can come with me.
What for? You don't need me.
Yes, I do.
Why?
To carry the bags
What?
and pay the bill. And we must hurry. It's getting late.
Oh, God, oh, hell.
Very nice for a cowshed, I must say.
Quickly, Robert. We need to think fast here.
Huh?
I need your help, old boy.
What's wrong?
Have a drink?
Alrighty.
You're gonna need it. Usual vodka tonic?
Yes, plenty of tonic, please.
So, how long have we known each other, Robert? 15 years?
Must be.
And we don't see enough of each other.
No.
But that doesn't keep us from remaining good friends, does it?
No, indeed.
And that we always know we can rely on each other in a crisis.
Certainly. What crisis?
Hold on to your hat, Robert.
My hat.
You see, there was something you didn't know about this weekend.
What?
Jacqueline wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah, I know. She was supposed to be... I mean, no, I didn't know that.
She was supposed to go visit her mother, much against her wishes.
Her mother's?
No, Jacqueline's.
Why?
She doesn't like to leave me on my own. But there was something she didn't know.
What?
I wasn't
You weren't what?
going to be on my own. Know why?
Well, because I was coming.
No. Well, yes, but that came later, and that provides a good alibi anyway.
An alibi?
Yes.
What for?
For the reason I wasn't going to be on my own?
Do you think you can elucidate just a little?
You see, Robert, some time ago, I met this girl.
Really?
Superb. A model. Knockout.
Really?
Don't sound so surprised.
No, it's just...
And I fell for her hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, really?
And she fell for me.
Really?
Please stop saying really like that.
Sorry.
The point is, Jacqueline was supposed to be away for the weekend while Suzanne, that's the girl, was here.
Here.
Yeah, it's her birthday. It was all planned, you see, for a nice little celebration. Then the old buzzard got the flu.
The girl?
Jacqueline's mother.
Oh.
And it's landed me right in it.
In what?
Use your brains, Robert.
Oh, yes, right.
She'll be here any moment.
I thought she had the flu.
The girl!
The girl!
That's why I need your help.
My help?
Yes.
How can I help?
Well, I want you to say she's yours.
My what?
Your mistress?
My...
Yes.
No.
Robert?
No.
Robert?
No.
You must. It's my only way out.
I can't. Absolutely not.
Why not?
I've never even met her. I don't want to meet her. And even if I had met her, I couldn't just show up with her. What would Jacqueline say?
Why would Jacqueline object?
Well, Jacqueline's my... I mean...
You're a grown man. You have a perfect right to have a girlfriend.
Jacqueline knows I don't have a girlfriend. I've never even mentioned a girlfriend.
Well, you have a private life, haven't you?
And that's my affair.
Exactly. And this is your affair.
No. I cannot do it. Absolutely not.
But it's my only way out.
Is that why you invited me here? As an alibi?
No, not at all.
Don't you think I would have been somewhat in the way?
Well, it's not like you'd be sharing the bed with this old boy.
I'm so glad.
But when you rang, I thought, why not? I'd love old Robert to meet her. She's a knockout.
Yes, so you said.
She's going to be here any moment.
Really?
Yeah. And it'll also stop the neighbors from talking.
Why?
Well, they think she was with you, too.
Well, she isn't.
Hello? Suzanne, my darling, where are you? Still at the station? I know. Something a bit tricky's come up, and I couldn't make it. Jacqueline's still here. Yes, she couldn't go to her mother's. No, you don't need to leave. You don't need to go back. I've worked something out. It's all fixed.
No, it isn't.
Yes, you remember my friend Robert I was telling you about.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, the one that's staying here too.
No, he isn't.
Well, he's agreed to pretend to be your girlfriend.
No! I'm not going to be your girlfriend!
Yes!
Let me
Just
have it!
get out of get a taxi and get her as soon as you can.
No,
Then all you have to do is stay here with Robert. But Jacqueline won't suspect a thing.
No!
Yes, I love you, beautiful. There, it's fixed.
I refuse. I absolutely, emphatically, and categorically refuse.
Is it so much to ask my oldest friend to help me out of a jam?
It can't work. Think about it.
Why not?
A whole weekend pretending to be lovers when we've never even met? Jacqueline will see right through that in a second.
Why should she?
Well, for one, why haven't we arrived together?
She missed the train, caught the next one.
Well, for another, why is it that I don't seem to know anything about her?
I'm taking Jacqueline into the village to do shopping. Give you a chance to get to know each other.
Well, for another, why is it that we don't seem to sleep together?
You do.
For another, wait, what?
You'll share the cowshed.
No.
Just till I arrive, and then you get into the piggery.
Absolutely impossible.
Impossible? It's so simple.
Simple? Simple, it's lunatic. People don't go swanning around the countryside taking mistresses to friends' houses.
Yes, I do.
Well, I don't.
Well, what do you do?
Well, I just visit mistresses in their own... I mean, I don't have a mistress. I'm not that sort.
Really? It's my only way out.
No. I'm going back to Paris.
And I thought you were a true friend.
I'm leaving. Give Jacqueline my apologies. Tell her I've got a very important business meeting I just remembered.
You can't.
I'm sorry, but I'm going.
All right, but I'm still going to have to tell Jacqueline that Suzanne's your mistress.
Why?
What else can I tell her?
Well, you can...
It's my only alibi.
No, it's not. You can...
She'll be here any moment.
Well, she could just go...
All ready to rush into your arms.
God! Woodwork. You've got woodwork.
Are you trying to concuss them?
Yes. No, I was just... I'm leaving.
What?
I'm sorry. I got a very important business meeting in Paris. I must go back at once.
You can't.
Just what I told him.
I'm sorry. I must.
That's ridiculous.
Just what I
It
said.
was so lovely to see y'all both again.
I forbid it.
Just what I did.
Belts on you.
Tell her the truth, Robert.
Be careful or I might.
He's ashamed, you see.
Of what?
He doesn't want to bring it out in the open.
What? Bring what out?
I've told him to be honest about it.
About what?
The great affair.
Oh.
Affair?
Since you're going to be here, now we may as well have it out. I've known for some time, you see.
You've known?
No, not that.
He's told me all about it.
No.
What has he told you?
I haven't told anybody anything.
He's told me, but he's too embarrassed to bring it up in front of you.
I didn't say that, Jackie.
What?
I told him to be honest about it.
What?
I'm not sure why you don't want to admit it in front of her.
What?
I'm perfectly fine with it.
You are?
Yeah, so admit it.
All right. I admit it.
You admit it. Admit what?
She means she admits that she finds it acceptable. That's acceptable for me to admit it after you found it acceptable when I admitted it to you.
Quite.
Acceptable?
Exactly.
Well, I must say I'm astonished.
No.
Why?
Well, that he's told you.
No, not that.
What?
Well, about him and
Susie?
Susie.
I'm going.
Who's Susie?
She is. Tell her, Robert.
Who's Susie?
She is.
Gotta get back to Paris.
Who is?
I'm leaving.
His mistress.
His what? He has a mistress? Called Susie? Who's coming for the weekend? That's unbelievable.
Why?
Yes.
Why? You and I spent lots of weekends together before we were married.
They're getting married?
No, I didn't say that. They're just very friendly, that's all. And I said I'd be delighted to have him for the weekend.
Now I see why this is such a surprise. Was that who was on the phone just now?
Yes, that was Susie. She called to say she missed their train, and she caught the next one.
Well, it looks like you had it all perfectly organized between you, didn't you?
Had we known you weren't one of your your mothers for the weekend, we would have consulted with you naturally.
Naturally. Terrific!
There you are. You can forget this stupid appointment in Paris. Just relax here while we go and do the shopping.
Can I come with you?
No, you must be here to welcome her. He must be here to greet her, mustn't he, darling?
Oh, by all means, he must be here to greet her. And since this weekend is now going to be a major social event, there are a few things I'll have to add to the list. Like rat poison and so on.
There, you see? No problem.
No problem.
Although, she didn't take it quite as well as I thought. There's quite a moral side to Jacqueline underneath.
I need another drink.
Help yourself. You won't be needing this now. I can rely on you to do your stuff, can't I, Robert?
Why not? It's poetic justice, I suppose.
Huh?
Nothing. Make sure you get plenty of this stuff out while you're out. It's gonna be one hell of a night.
Attaboy.
Well, it's getting late. We better hurry. Is Lover Boy staying or going?
Oh, he's staying. He's going to call and cancel an appointment. Here's your appointment. Aren't you, Robert?
Yes.
Let's go then.
Bastard! No wonder you didn't want me to know you were coming.
Jackie, darling, it's not what you think.
Well, what is it then?
I can't explain right now, but just try to remember this. She won't be what she seems.
Oh, she's a transvestite?
No, it's that he's, oh God.
Oh, he won't help you.
Angel, listen.
Don't angel me. Save your angels for your Susie Floozy. Bastard!
Well, that's that.
Is this the right house?
It is.
Oh, good. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Susie. Don't look so surprised. Aren't I what you expected?
Not at all.
Oh?
I mean, I'm not at all surprised. You got here quickly.
I got a lift.
Ah,
You going out?
I beg your pardon?
You've got your hat on.
Oh, no, I was just, how do you do? I'm Robert.
Robert.
Bernard.
Oh, yes, the friend. You're staying the weekend.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, I know all about that.
Yes.
So where are,
They've gone shopping for dinner. They left me here to meet you.
Oh, good. Well, then you better show me what's what.
What?
Where everything is.
Oh, that can wait. It's more important that you and I get to know each other first.
Get to know each other?
Yes, we must be prepared. This is going to be one hell of an evening.
Oh, that's no problem, love. Leave all that to me. I can handle everything.
You can?
Well, he told me on the phone what's needed.
Yes,
It's
but...
going to be quite a party, isn't it?
Party isn't the word. Now his wife is going to be here.
His wife?
Yes, she's supposed to be miles away, but she changed her mind at the last moment.
Oh, I see. Well, wives usually turn up one way or other. Though it'd be easier for me if they didn't, huh?
I'm sure.
They do get in the way, rather.
Yeah, so it would appear.
But don't worry, I can handle wives all right. I get on very well with them usually.
If you don't mind me saying so, you don't seem so worried by all of this.
Well, why should I be? This sort of affair is a breeze for me.
You mean this has happened before?
Oh, sure, it happens all the time. I've had to handle far more difficult situations than this.
Like what?
Oh, you know, family get-togethers, parties, weddings even.
Weddings?
Yes. I mean, I can't just pick and choose to suit myself, you know. I've got to go where the action is, haven't I?
I suppose so.
I've got to make a living.
A living?
Yes.
Oh, you make a proper business out of this.
Well, naturally, dear, I don't do it for fun.
Oh, Bernard didn't tell me that.
What?
Well, he didn't tell me that he, kept you on call, as it were.
Oh, he doesn't. I have lots of clients.
What?
He's a new one.
Good heavens.
Well, there are a lot of people to cater for in today's society, you know. Girls like me are in big demand.
They must be.
That's why I work through an agency.
An agency? He found you through an agency?
Yes?
Ha! Model indeed, poor old Bernard.
What?
Nothing. Well, I must say, you're awfully mercenary about it all.
Well, of course, dear. I don't do it for love.
Evidently.
Right. Now, where do we start?
Well, I better begin by telling you a few things about myself.
Pardon?
Well, who I am and so on.
I know who you are. You're the friend.
Yes, but you ought to know a bit more about me.
Why?
This has to be handled very carefully. It's a very delicate situation.
A delicate situation?
Yes, of course. His wife is going to be sitting right here at the same table as us.
Yes.
And so is Bernard.
And so are you.
Yes, but don't you see? One false move and the whole balloon could go up.
Oh, I see. She's.
Yes.
Oh, and he's.
Yes.
Oh, and you're.
The pig in the middle.
It's liaison dangereuse.
Yes, very dangerous.
I see. Well, don't worry about it. I've had to deal with that sort of thing before, too. I don't need to know any more than I have to.
Yes, but that's what I mean. You ought to know the bare minimum for appearances' sakes. Now, please sit down and listen very carefully.
Right.
Well, my name is Robert Dubedat.
Dubrat.
I'm an accountant in Paris.
Paris?
I live alone in Montmartre, and I've got 2 cats.
Cats.
I was divorced once, and I'm 35 years old.
You don't look 35.
Oh, really? Well, how old do I look?
At least 40.
Yeah. Hey! I just had the flu. I was Bernard's best man.
Best man.
My hobbies are collecting rare stamps and squash.
Squash.
I drive a Citron, and I had my penance taken out about 6 months ago.
Why are you telling me all this?
All of what?
Well, about your operations and everything.
Well, you ought to know where the scars are, at least.
Scars?
Well, if we're going to be sleeping together.
What?
Well, of course, we're going to be sharing the same bedroom.
What room?
That room.
We're sharing this room together?
Yes, it's the cow shed.
In that bed?
Well, only in theory.
Theory?
Well, I'll sleep in the chair and then sneak off into the piggery.
The what?
The room over there. There's no need to sound so surprised by all of this.
Well, I wasn't planning on spending the night.
You mean you were planning on going home after dinner?
Yes, I usually do, having done the honors.
Well, it doesn't matter when you do the honors, but you certainly must spend the night.
Why?
Jacqueline's expecting to stay. If you rush off after dinner, it's going to raise all sorts of awkward questions.
How do you mean?
We have to keep it up for the sake of their marriage.
Oh, the delicate situation.
Yes. Bernard told you all this on the telephone.
Well, yes, I know, but I mean, you didn't realize that she... Well, I didn't know that she... I didn't quite understand what was going on.
You didn't?
I was a bit slow on the uptake.
Yes, you certainly were.
So you want me to pretend to be your,
Yes.
And then no one will suspect anything.
Exactly.
I get it now.
Thank God for that.
How will I know what to say?
Well, I've said a few things about myself, so you can say what I've said to you, but otherwise don't say a thing. If anyone says anything, say nothing, except when I say if they say anything to me.
I think I'll just keep quiet.
We're all agreed then.
Well, as long as it's only pretense.
Of course. I wouldn't try to take advantage of you.
I'll go along with it then.
Good.
But I'm afraid it's an extra.
An extra?
Well, it's not a usual part of my service, pretending to be someone else's lover.
No, but...
200 francs.
200 francs?
I mean, it's a fair enough price for what's required.
But surely you want to save the situation just as much as I do. You don't want to see their marriage bust up, do you?
Does it really concern me, love?
You stony-hearted...
Hey now, steady on. I mean, I've got my reputation to think of.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
And a girl has to make a living.
Well, I've heard of exploiting the market, but this
Well, it's not much for a whole charade like that. Not to mention going to bed with a strange man in a house stall.
Well...
200 francs.
All right. 200 francs.
Up front.
Oh. Very upfront.
Right. Now that's settled. Where can I get out of these clothes?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I've got to look the part, hadn't I? I can't do that in this.
Well, what are you going to put on?
Oh, I've got a little apron thing in here. I'll just nip into that.
An apron?
Oh, it's rather dinky. It covers up to here and down to there.
Is that all?
Oh, what more do I need, really?
No, it's not that sort of relationship.
What?
Here, let me see it. Here,
Wait,
let me
wait.
have it.
Oh!
Here, give
Oh!
it to me.
Oh!
Give it.
Oh!
Let me.
Don't mind us!
She made it.
It looks as if you were both making it. Well, introduce us.
Yes, of course. Jacqueline, this is Susie. Susie, this is Jacqueline.
Hello.
Hello. This is Bernard, my husband. Bernard, have you met Susie? Robert's girlfriend.
Who? My girlfriend?
No.
Yes, I'm his girlfriend.
No.
What?
No, we haven't met. How do you do?
Well, it looks as if you've made yourselves at home.
Oh, yes, lovely home. Lovely room. Room? Our room.
Oh, you showed her the room.
Yes, the room.
Lovely big bed.
And the bed?
Yes, definitely the bed.
Well, bully for you!
I love big beds, especially when I'm with Robert.
Yes, which isn't that often.
Oh, we love each other so much.
Yes, quite a lot.
Oh, and we always will. You can count on that no matter how delicate the situation.
How very touching.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh, he's so bashful. He didn't used to be like that. I mean, for a divorced accountant living in Montmartre with a stamp collection and 2 cats, it was pretty bold of him to show me his appendix scar in the back of the Citroen after playing squash, even though he is only 35, wasn't it?
He's a very fast worker.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Why? Did I leave something out?
Well, now that we've sorted that out, what about this shopping?
I'll just carry it through to the kitchen.
Oh, well, here, let me help.
Oh, I think you have your hands full.
Well, let me help.
No, thank you. I don't need any help.
Well, I must do something.
Well, maybe you can check on his appendix scar.
Right. Who are you?
Me?
It's her.
Who?
You know who.
I haven't the faintest idea who.
You mean you don't know who this is?
I don't. That's what I'm trying to find out. Who are you?
I'm his girlfriend.
No,
Is this true?
Yes.
No. That's what I told her to say because I thought she was, well, you know who. But if she isn't,
Who?
then who is it?
Who?
Oh, be quiet, you.
Oh, rude.
Now, slowly and simply, who are you and what are you doing here?
Can I tell him?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, please.
I'm Suzette from the agency.
The agency?
Yes, the cook from the agency. You should know, you booked me.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait. So she's not a pro. You cooked a booked a cook?
Yes, for dinner tonight.
And this is her?
That's me.
Oh my god.
Oh, has she worn you both out already? By the way, the cook from the agency hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, well, yes.
She hasn't, has she?
Yes, you see,
Who
I'm...
has been looking out for her? But you haven't seen her, have you?
The point is that he's...
He hasn't seen the sign of her either, have you?
Nope, not a sign. Nope.
I don't understand.
Where she could have gotten to? Nope, neither can I.
Look, will you tell them that I'm...
Longing to help out if she doesn't get here? I'm sure Jacqueline will appreciate that.
The point is
That you're never happier than when you're in the kitchen? I'm sure Jacqueline would be delighted for you to help.
Overwhelmed.
But what am I supposed to do?
When the cook arrives, we'll sort that out when she comes. If she comes. It's high time she came.
I've had enough of this...
Prattle about cooks. I agree. Banished from the conversation.
Very boring,
Very
very
tedious.
tedious, banished from the conversation.
So we'll have no more talk about it. Understand, Suzette?
If you say so.
Well, that's settled that, I think.
Flogged it to death, I'd say. By the way, Suzette.
Yes?
The cook's name is Suzette, too. How odd.
Suzanne.
What?
The cook's name's Suzanne.
I'm Suzette.
She's Suzette.
How do you know the cook's name? I took the phone call. They told me the cook's name, and I told you.
Well, they told me yesterday when I cooked the book the cook.
I swore they said Suzette.
That's right. Suzette's...
Her name? They're very similar and both go by Susie. You just got them the wrong way around.
I see. So have you and your friend found where everything is, aside from the bed?
Yes, actually, I want to mention that.
The bed?
Yes, you see, I'm a very restless sleeper.
You are. Oh, you are?
And, Suzette would prefer to sleep in her own room
She would.
so that we'd get some, she'd get some peace. Is that all right?
Very well. It's the piggery.
She knows.
Fine then. Where's your case?
There.
Is that all you have?
Don't need much for my job.
Your job?
Yes, you see, I'm a...
Model. She's a model.
Model.
And an actress, too.
Well, you have the style for it.
An actress and a model.
Well, you seem quite suitable for Robert. Come along, I'll show you the piggery.
Oh, just what am I supposed to do?
Just play your part, Suzette. There's a good girl.
Ooh. Do I gather there's another cook coming to take my place?
Sort of. You might say we're overcooked.
Well, it's an extra.
What?
Playing actresses?
Extra.
200 francs.
What?
That's right, 200. Well,
All right.
thank you. God, I've had some funny jobs in my day.
Well done, Robert. Brilliant. Einstein couldn't have devised a better cock-up.
How was I supposed to know? You didn't tell me you cooked booked a cook. Susie's on her way, you said. Meet her, you said. Get to know her, you said.
Well, you didn't, did you?
I didn't have enough time. I was too busy telling her about myself.
So I could tell, right down to your appendix scar. And a model, I said. A knockout. Did you look at her?
Well, she's not that bad.
Watch it, watch it. Anyway, how'd you get her to play along with the scheme?
200 francs.
She's having a good night. That's what I gave her.
Yeah, well, at your age, you gotta expect to pay for it.
Watch it, watch it.
Still no cook?
Nope.
No,
How do you know?
they said so.
Well, I'll have to get dinner started without her. Oh, let me help.
No, thank you. I don't need any help.
Are you sure, darling? She's a very good cook.
How do you know?
Robert said so.
Yeah, she's excellent.
Cordon bleu.
Really?
Well, if you insist, then. Oh, good. Finally, I can get back to something I understand.
Congratulations, Robert. Such class.
She didn't slam the door this time. Wonderful. I'm now the cook's lover.
You've hooked a cook.
Bernard, this isn't funny. This is a disaster.
How can it be a disaster?
I think
We're doing pretty well as far as I know.
so far.
Good evening. Darling.
No, Jacqueline's still in the kitchen.
Oh, sorry. Good evening.
Robert,
Hi.
meet Suzanne.
How do you do?
How do you do? Oh, darling.
That's better. Happy birthday, Angel.
Here, careful with my coat.
Oh, I know how much it costs. So what took you so long?
Oh, this medieval place. There was only one taxi left in the station, and some chauvinist pig pinched it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me. If I had known,
What a shame. We could have shared it.
that would have saved a great deal of trouble.
Listen, Angel, for reasons for which I don't have time to explain, we've had to change the plan.
Change the plan.
Yes, you're no longer his lover.
I'm not.
No,
Why not?
he's already got a lover.
Oh, who?
The cook.
The cook? What is she?
She's what you were supposed to be.
What's that?
The cook.
Wait, so I'm the cook?
So you're here at last.
Pardon?
Do you know what time it is? We've been waiting for you for nearly an hour.
You have.
What happened to you?
I missed the
Bus.
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 That's no excuse. The agency should have made sure you were here on time.
Agency.
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
The catering agency. Isn't that who sent you?
Of course it was.
Oh, of course it was.
Well, that's not good enough. I've got guests having to help me in the kitchen.
Uh,
Well, I'm we're glad she's here now. Everything's back to normal. So let's just get on and enjoy our evening, shall we?
Very well, Miss,
Susie.
Susie. Mm-hmm. What a lovely coat. Is that yours?
No, it's Suzette's, isn't it?
Chanel! That must have cost the earth!
20,000 francs.
What?
Robert paid 20,000 francs for it. A birthday present for Suzette, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, happy birthday, Suzette!
Yes. Happy birthday, Suzette.
Yes. Happy birthday, Suzette!
No, I'm a Virgo. How do you want the artichokes done?
Oh, you can leave those now. The cook's here.
The cook?
At long last. So you can give her the apron.
Oh, but it's...
Susie, just give Susie here the apron so she can take over in there.
Well, thank you very much. This is going to be a wonderful evening.
I beg your pardon.
Leave it to me, madame, to make it a wonderful evening.
Very well. We're having artichokes in sauce velouté, followed by cheese soufflé, then veal à la crème, and raspberries pavlova.
We are.
Yes.
And I'm cooking it?
Yes?
You are cordon bleu, aren't you?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, it's just the sort of meal I love.
To eat.
Well, yes, that too, but really I prefer...
Suzette, just go hang up your coat.
My coat?
Yes, the coat Robert got you.
Robert?
Yes, your birthday present, the one for being so charming and cooperative. Now, put it somewhere where it won't get damaged.
Thank you very much. I might enjoy this evening after all.
Well, I'm glad someone might.
Well, she seems rather bad-tempered.
Well, so would you be if you missed your bus and got verbally assaulted by your employer.
I had every right.
It's not wise to get on the wrong side of the cook, darling.
Why?
She might poison us.
What?
She might, too.
Nonsense. Also, she seems rather glamorous to be a cook.
Yes, not bad, eh?
A little over the top. A touch tardy, perhaps.
Party?
Yes, you think she could have found an easier way to make a living.
Steady on.
The hooker at the cooker.
That's better than the model with the waddle.
Good God, what a mess.
Look, Robert, I think we can still sort this evening out.
That's very astute of you.
I think we can get through dinner okay, as long as Suzanne knows the sleeping arrangements are okay.
How can they be? She's the cook and she's meant to go home after dinner.
We'll spend dinner out when it's too late for her to go home. And then she'll sleep in the cowshed.
I'm sleeping in the cowshed.
You'll be sleeping in the piggery.
Suzette's sleeping in the piggery.
It makes sense. She's your mistress. It makes sense that you sleep together.
I don't want to sleep with her.
Oh, beggars shouldn't be choosers, old boy.
And she doesn't want to sleep with me.
We'll work on that together.
Good God, what a mess.
I don't know what you're complaining about. It's my mess.
I'm the one who's in it.
Why?
Look at it this way. I am sleeping with the real cook in the piggery instead of the false cook in the cowshed. Well, the whole time I'm supposed to be sleeping with, not supposed to be sleeping with anybody, anywhere. All this so you can leave Jacqueline alone so you can Roger the false cook in the cowshed. This isn't so much as a great mess, but a dirty pile of farmyard manure. Shh.
Nobody will be rogering anybody tonight.
Good, they don't deserve to.
Now look, will somebody please tell me exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here this evening? Am I a cook, a waitress, a model, an actress, a mistress, a prostitute, or a pigsty attendant?
Well, it's quite simple, actually. I need you to take the original terms of your employment and put them out of your head. I need you to pretend for a few hours that you're Robert's girlfriend. You work as a model and an actress. You've come to enjoy a nice dinner, spend the evening in a bed all to yourself if you want, and enjoy the pleasant company. That's all you need to think about.
Right.
But please remember, you're supposed to be a reasonably sophisticated member of Paris society. Is that too difficult?
Doesn't bother me. What I mean is, that, my dear sir, presents me with absolutely no difficulty whatsoever. In fact, I shall be delighted to comply with your most eccentric desires.
Splendid.
For the sake of a little extra consideration, but shall we say the mere price of a hors d'oeuvre at the Ritz?
That's about 200 francs.
God, you strike a hard bargain.
Oh, you're too kind, sir. It's very boring doing that all evening, though. Can't I help with the dinner at all?
Oh, we'd love for you to help. As long as you remember, it's in the role of a guest.
Right.
Oh, well, that's got dinner started. I need a drink.
Good idea. Susie?
Oh, thank you so much. You're too kind. Yes, I'll have a double Cointreau frappe with a tasty slice of lemon.
Cointreau before dinner.
Yes, madam, it's the chic tipple with the Paris in crowd. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't.
Well, you haven't lived.
Triple vodka, no ice, please.
Oh, so macho, my Robert. Drinks, women, life. He devours them all with such style.
Oh, he's Superman, all right. If it moves, zap it.
Look, sink your control and get off to the kitchen. Will you, woman?
Dear God. Well, tell me, my dear, is there really absolutely nothing I can do to assist with your little soiree this evening?
Thank you, that's very kind, but
Perhaps you can help the other Susie a bit in the kitchen, darling. 2 cordon bleus are better than 1.
well, if you insist. The other one does seem at a bit of a loss in there.
Oh, my pleasure. I'll just trip into the kitchen and see if I can, lend a little hand. Oh, there's a small aberration with your carpet there, darling. I must give you the name of my pet carpet mender. He's divine.
Some actress. What kind of performance is that meant to be?
I told her to be on her best behavior when she's in your house.
Well, if that's her best behavior, I'd hate to see her when she lets her hair down.
Here's yours, darling. Robert?
Good God, I need this.
Oh, I should think you do. That's an expensive lady you have there.
Not half.
Not how it looks to me. 20,000 francs to keep her in coats is not my idea of self-sufficiency.
Don't keep going on about those coats. You got a pair of gloves last Christmas.
Yeah, 2 pairs.
What?
Nothing.
Well, I seem to be redundant. Suzette has taken over in there.
Oh, I didn't mean her to.
Oh, don't worry.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, that's the best suggestion I've heard so far.
Oh, by all means, get her a double Cointreau frappe with a teensy slice of lemon.
A what? No, thank you. I'll have the usual.
The what?
My usual vodka martini, no ice, just a dash of vermouth and an olive if you have one. Thank you.
Good Lord.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
I don't think that's the chic tipple with the Paris in crowd anymore, darling. But do make yourself at home. I'll just go see how my guest is coping with the dinner.
Oh, Christ, Angel, can't you play your part a bit more convincingly?
Ah, I like that. I come all the way down here for a nice, intimate birthday celebration, and I find myself playing skivvy to a full-size dinner party and a bunch of people I've never met before.
Are you gonna eat that?
Have had it.
You just have to play your part a bit longer, darling, and then everything will be all right, I promise.
How?
I've arranged it so I can slip between bedrooms without anybody knowing.
Yes, and Robert to be in there too?
Certainly not.
Poor Robert.
Poor Robert. He was the cause of all this chaos in the first place.
I damn well wasn't. You're the one whose mother-in-law got the flu.
You're the one who mistook my girlfriend for the cook.
You're the one who cooked the book in the first place, dude.
Boys, calm down. It's too late to fight about it now. We'll manage somehow. Just as long as you sort it out by tonight.
Oh, don't worry, Angel. I'll have everything sorted out.
Good.
That's good to know. Another one! Another one! Jackie, you gotta do something about these insects. They're infested.
I'll go change my shirt. I want to get ready for dinner anyway.
Yes, I'll just get back to the kitchen and get on with my job.
Yes, and I'll just take another shot.
Haven't you had enough? You'll be pissed as a newt before dinner at this rate.
I need to be.
Why? You should be very happy. You've got your harem all around you.
Jackie, darling, believe me, it's not the way it looks.
Oh, good, because it looks pretty sordid.
Well, if you must know, I think it was pretty sordid of us anyways. Trying to get together under your own roof with Bernard here.
Don't start moralizing with me. You don't object when we're in Paris.
My honey monkey, that was different. This is a very delicate situation.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm quite used to these delicate situations. Have a little time, hurry. I've just come in to ask if you desire us to lay the table, madam. I believe we're dining through there, and what I'm given to understand was the hen house?
Yes, thank you. You'll find everything you need in the oak sideboard.
Oh, leave it all to me. I'm a dab hand at chucking china around chicken coops.
I must say, you have the most eccentric taste in women.
Darling, she's not my woman.
Well, what is she then? Your pet parrot?
No, it's that she's
She's what?
my niece.
Your what?
Yes, shh, it's true.
What kind of fool do you take me for?
It's true. Think about it, darling. She didn't want to sleep in my bedroom, did she?
Well, that's because she knows you're a restless sleeper. I know that, and it certainly isn't because you're part of the family.
Well, in her case, it is. If she'd been my mistress, would I have brought her here to meet you?
Bernard told you I was going to be at my mother's.
Yes, but when I rang from the station and you said you'd find a way of staying, I would have put her on the first train back to Paris.
True.
Don't you see, my honey monkey?
But why is she all over you with this macho lover act?
She's playing a part.
Playing a part?
Yeah, she's an actress.
Why?
To throw Bernard off our scent. You see, when he invited me down here, he said I could bring a girlfriend. And all of a sudden, I thought that'd be a really good idea. So he wouldn't know what was going on between you and me.
So you mean she's really...
Yes.
And she isn't?
No.
Oh, my angel, I had no idea. What a clever idea.
Yes, I did think it was quite clever.
I'm so glad.
Oh, it looks to me as if the delicate situation is getting more indelicate by the minute.
Oh, don't worry, Suzette. I know all about you.
You do?
Yes, he's told me everything.
Everything?
Yes, everything.
So she knows that I'm
Really my niece.
Your niece?
Yes, my niece.
For the usual?
The usual.
Yes, I'm your niece! And I've just come in to grab another little drink and to say, Uncle, that dinner will be ready in about 10 minutes. That is subject to any further family revelations earthquakes, or pornographic developments.
Wonderful. Well, I'll just go up and change for dinner.
Oh, do I need to change?
Oh, no. These clothes are fine, Angel. At any rate, you won't be wearing them much longer.
You're playing a dangerous game, Uncle.
You don't need to remind me, but just know this. You're only my niece for her.
Mm-hmm. And what am I for them?
My mistress.
Mm-hmm. And what am I for you?
The cook.
I should get an Oscar for this.
You've done well enough as it is. And lay off that Contro. It's far too strong to take before dinner.
Oh, lover, the stronger they come, the better I like them.
I am not sure I'm doing this sauce salute right.
Velouté.
Whatever it's called.
Don't look at me, dear. You're the cook.
I'm certainly not the cook.
Then what are you doing here?
That's a very good question.
Girls, you gotta keep your parts up just a little while longer.
A little while. Looks like I've got to keep mine up all over dinner. I'm even supposed to wait on you at table.
Yes, that does require a certain savoir-faire. Oh, what's the matter, dear? Don't think you're up to it.
Well, I'm up to it, all right.
Girls, please, just a little longer, please.
Why?
Yes, why?
You're getting paid for it, and you're getting laid for it. You made your bed and you gotta lay in it? Oh.
Isn't he sweet?
Adorable.
Why couldn't I fall for a man like that?
Hey, hands off. He's mine. Aren't you, lover?
Oh. Get off!
Oh,
Now then, girls, is everything set? You all understand your roles?
oh yes.
I'm not playing mine much longer.
Just a little later, just a little longer, Angel. Then everything will be all right. Suzette, there's just one more little thing.
Don't tell me. I'm now your long-lost daughter, who's really a prima ballerina in disguise. And I've now got to sleep in the piggery with 3 of your nephews, a herd of pigs, and a prize bull.
Not quite. You see, I want you to let Robert here share your room over there, so that Suzanne here can have that room over there.
That one's really gonna cost you
200,
400,
300,
200.
400.
Done.
Good God.
Now then, do you have anything else to wear?
What's wrong with this?
It's hardly appropriate for the chic girlfriend of a man like Robert.
Well, all I have is my other outfit in there.
Well, let's see it on, and then we'll let you know if it's all right.
I don't think it's quite the thing.
Just put it on, and we'll let you know.
If you say so.
There, that's sorted out the bedrooms, Angel.
It's not sorting out the bedrooms that concerns me.
What is it?
Sorting out the dinner.
Well, all we have to do is that.
What in heaven's name is going on here?
It's all my fault, darling. I got this thing about people getting stung.
I'll just
Stung?
go put on another shirt, I guess.
Yes, it's been happening quite a lot lately. Oh, an olive.
Yes, I'll just go make some more of this, sauce velouté.
Velouté!
Bless you.
Like it, Angel?
I like both of them. Oh!
Pig!
What's the matter?
This is the matter. A receipt and a note which I found. 1 coat,
20,000 francs for the House of Chanel. And this is the note. Thank you for the gorgeous, gorgeous coat. You gorgeous, gorgeous man. Susie.
How sweet.
You know what these mean?
Means I'm heavily overdrawn, I imagine.
Wrong. I found them in Bernard's jacket pocket when I hung it up to dry.
Ah.
Which means you didn't buy that coat for your niece, as I suspected all along. It means Bernard did, which means she's actually his mistress, and you've been covering up for that swine all evening. Which means you brought her here to be down here at the same time as you were here, which means that
He's no better than you and I.
What?
If it's true, which I'm not admitting for a second, you have absolutely no right to be mad at Bernard for behaving the same way you and I were planning on behaving the whole time.
No, we weren't. I was planning to go to my mother's.
Which you canceled the moment you knew I was coming.
Which you were only doing because he invited you. I didn't.
Look, darling, we can't be mad at Bernard for having a lover, pretending to be my lover so that you didn't know he had a lover, while the whole time I was your lover, pretending that she was my lover so that he didn't know I was your lover, while the whole time his real lover was
what?
I've lost track of how many lovers.
Well, let me tell you, this lover, no lover is going to get the better of this lover in her own house. I will see to that.
Sugar muffin.
Is the coast clear?
I don't know about the coast, but it's damn foggy around here, man.
Go easy on the insects in the future. I'm running out of shirts.
Bernard, I must warn you.
What?
Jacqueline's got the hold of the wrong end of the stick about Suzette.
Suzette?
Yes, she thinks that Suzette's...
What about me?
You can't wear that. You're a guest, not the cook.
I told you it was the only other outfit I had.
Oh my God, hopeless. Robert, help me.
What are you gonna do? Wait, whoa, where are you taking me?
Where?
Oh,
Take this off.
hey!
Turn around. Stand still. Whoop. Give me those. No, don't grab that. It's right there.
Bernard, that's me.
Hold on. Sorry.
Those are my pants.
Hey.
Hey, hands to yourself, mister! Oh, this I want!
Don't you dare mention money again.
Oh, the indignity!
Alright, ready.
1,
2,
3, peace! That's better.
Yes, a lot better.
Oh, that looks rather chic, doesn't it? I don't know if I can sit down. I won't have any room for dinner.
Oh God, dinner. I better go see how Suzanne's doing. I'll take these for her for later.
Bernard, I must warn you, Jacqueline thinks that Suzette's...
What about me?
Nothing. You're better off not knowing.
You know, lover, I could quite get used to this kind of life. Lover.
Uncle.
Oh, be so kind as to pour me another Cointreau.
You've had enough of that stuff, I think.
Oh, I can drink all my lovers under the table. Lover.
Uncle!
If you insist. It's really quite a shame, because you're quite a dishy hunk, Unc. And as you and I are to be sharing the piggery tonight, it does seem a bit of a waste not to make the most of it, eh? Care for a spot of incest?
Insects! You found another insect.
What an unusual dress. Is that a Chanel?
It's half a Chanel.
Good Lord, is anyone sober enough for the dinner?
Thank God, yes.
Oh, you can sit beside me, hunky unky.
Glad to see you're getting along so well together.
Ow!
Ow! What was that for?
Oh, so sorry. I thought I saw another one.
Dinner is served.
Oh, lovely dinner.
Too delicious.
Do you normally dance like that with your relations?
Oh, Uncle Robert has all sorts of relations with his relations.
And nobody else is available, were they? Is that coffee out here being served?
And cognac?
After you, niece.
No. After you, Uncle.
They're well away.
Everyone seems to be well away, don't they?
Yes, indeed. Pour me a brandy and soda, darling.
By all means, sweetheart.
Marvelous evening.
Yes, despite the odd setbacks with the dinner.
Yes. I don't know how the cook managed to get the cheese souffle mixed up with the raspberry pavlova.
Her version of nouvelle cuisine, she said.
But it all worked out in the end. Things usually do.
Do they indeed?
Yes. Oh, thank you. Phew. Quite warm after all this booze.
This should cool you off. Soda?
Yes, please.
Oh, so sorry. I missed.
I've run out of clean shirts. I'll just go put on my wetsuit.
Would Madame like her coffee in, dear?
Oh, thank you, Suzanne.
Oh, Suzanne, we've had a bit of a mishap with the soda siphon. Would you mind mopping up the sofa for me?
Yes, Madame.
Oh!
I beg your pardon?
I will have blood before tonight's finished.
Wasn't the dinner enough for you, Madame?
Oh, it was too much. How I got through it without exploding, I'll never know.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? I'm an utter fool, that's what's wrong.
Why?
Oh, sit there with my husband and his mistress all night, carrying on, pretending as if everything's completely normal. I must be mad.
His mistress?
Yes,
You mean you knew?
of course I knew.
All along.
All along.
How?
I found proof.
Oh my God.
And yet I sit there, letting him be served by you, laughing and joking and filling his face without a care in the world. I must be mad.
Now, don't get too upset about it.
Don't
Please.
get upset. Wouldn't you get upset?
Well, yes, but I
Would you just ignore it?
No, but I would probably.
Well, what would you do?
Well, it's a very difficult situation.
No, it's not. It's very simple. If you were me and your husband brought his mistress into your home and expected her to spend the weekend under the very same roof, what would you do?
Well, I suppose that I would take some time.
You'd poison the two of them, that's what you'd do.
No, I don't think that I would. My God, you didn't, did you?
What?
Poison the dinner?
Oh, I didn't have to. You did a pretty good job of that.
I did my best.
The point is, what would you do about Robert's niece?
Well, where does Robert's niece come into it?
Oh, that's right. You don't know. She's his niece.
Who?
Her! That preposterous clockwork Barbie doll in there.
The cook? I mean, the cookie girlfriend?
She's not his girlfriend. She's his niece. He told me so before dinner.
So, what is she doing here?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. She's actually my husband's mistress.
What?
I told you, I found proof.
That he sleeps with her?
Irrevocable. A love note from her to him.
But she's with Robert.
That's just a front. He brought her here to disguise the fact that she's actually sleeping with my husband.
That bastard!
Exactly! Wait, Robert or my husband?
Both!
Exactly!
But especially your husband.
Exactly!
Oh, how could he?
That's what I said!
I'll kill him.
What do you mean you'll kill him?
I mean, I'd kill him if I were you.
I'm going to.
Oh, the rat! The pig! The swine!
Hey, don't get carried away. He's my husband.
Yes, but how can he do this to us? To you? The nerve of the man.
You've obviously been through this sort of thing yourself.
Yes, that's right, I have. That's why I sympathize with you.
Oh. Well, you were going to tell me what you would do in my place.
I'll tell you exactly what
Oh, I'm simply exhausted.
And boiling. Did I pee myself?
Hot?
Boiling!
How about a little something to cool you off?
Oh, what a good idea. Hey! What's the matter?
You said you needed cooling off. You also needed sobering up.
I need to go change.
Yeah, and have a cold shower while you're at it.
And as for you can go wash up. I've done enough.
Me? I'm a guest.
You're a what?
I'll just go wash up.
I feel much better for that.
I don't.
What?
It's not them I'm angry at. It's my husband.
Yes.
The rat.
The swine.
You were about to tell me what you do in my place.
So I was. I'd get my own back.
How?
Give him a taste of his own medicine. Treat him the way he treats you.
Give him gloves for Christmas?
No. Take a lover.
A lover?
Yes. Let him know what it feels like.
Ah.
Exactly.
Well, between you and me,
Yes?
I already have.
You have?
Yes.
Well done.
Well, I beat him to it, actually.
Oh, but did he know
No.
when he started his affair?
Oh, no?
Well, then that's absolutely no excuse for him.
That's right.
So he deserves all that he gets.
Yes, he does.
And it's up to us to see that he gets it.
Yes, it... You know, for a cook, you're getting awfully involved in all this.
Yes. Well, us girls must stick together.
That's very kind.
All part of the service.
I hope that's the last time I get doused. I've nothing left to wear after this.
Well, then you'd better watch your step, hadn't you, darling?
Do I get the feeling I've done something wrong?
I don't know, have you?
I can't think what. I thought I'd behaved impeccably this evening.
So cool, isn't he?
So blasé.
Huh?
Oh, nothing, darling, nothing. But since you've dressed for action, I think I'll do the same.
Where are you going?
Upstairs to slip into something more comfortable and seductive.
Seductive? Who for?
For whoever may want to seduce me.
She's behaving quite strangely this evening.
Why? Because as a woman, she wants to be thought seductive.
No, just...
After all, that's what we all want, isn't it?
You don't need to worry about that, Angel. Though, that outfit doesn't do a lot for you.
You thought it was fine while I was serving dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry about dinner.
Yes, well, how do you think I did?
Astonishing. You gave new meaning to the words au cuisine. Did you get anything to eat yourself?
No.
Why not?
I thought it might taste as bad as it looked.
Well, you don't need to worry about a thing, Angel. I've arranged it where I can slip between bedrooms without anyone knowing.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
Yes.
Flit happily between all the bedrooms like a little butterfly without anyone knowing what you're up to.
That's right.
Except me.
Except you.
And your wife.
And my wife?
She knows all about it.
She knows?
Everything.
Everything?
Yes.
How could she know?
She has proof.
What proof?
A love letter.
Didn't you deny it?
Deny what?
Everything.
I didn't know everything. But I do now.
Ow.
Bastard!
What did I say?
Oh, what a nerve! And you really thought you could get away with it?
What are you talking about?
You and Robert's niece. That's what I'm talking about.
Robert's niece?
Yes! Are you going to deny it?
Deny what?
Sleeping with her.
I didn't know he had a niece.
You've just given her dinner.
Oh!
That creature in there.
The cook?
Will you stop hitting me?
She's no more of a cook than I am.
Well, that's not saying much.
Oh, what?
Sorry. What do you mean she's not a cook?
Don't pretend. I'm telling you, I know all about it.
What are you blathering about? How can she be Robert's niece if she's the cook? And how the hell can you know all about her if I didn't know he had a niece, which he hasn't anyway? And how the hell can I be sleeping with Robert's niece if I'm sleeping with you, and Robert's sleeping with the cook, who's really his niece, but he isn't anyway?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
Yes. She is his niece. And yes, you are sleeping with her. And yes, you're trying to sleep with me at the same time. And yes, you're a prize shit. I'm telling you, your wife has told me everything.
Everything?
Yes.
This is crazy. I'm going out of my mind. Wait a minute. You mentioned a love letter.
Yes.
From you to me?
No. From her to you.
From Jacqueline to me?
From Robert's niece to you.
But she doesn't know about you and me.
Oh, Robert's niece doesn't know?
Jacqueline doesn't know.
Oh, no. Not as far as I know.
Well, thank God for that at any rate.
However, I know about her.
What?
And in the circumstances, I think you should know too.
What?
She has a lover also.
Robert's niece has a lover?
Your wife, you fool.
How do you know?
She just told me.
I don't believe it.
Not so funny when you're on the receiving end, is it?
My little Jacqueline?
Yes.
Jacqueline has a lover?
Yep.
Who is he? I'll kill him. Why are you dressed for bed?
Well, I might as well ask you the same thing.
Yeah. That seems like a very good idea. I'm exhausted. Mind if I get ready for bed as well?
That's the best idea I've heard all night, Angel.
Don't read too much into it.
Suzette, get in here. So what's this about the cook being your niece?
Suzanne is my niece.
Not that cook, this cook.
I thought this cook was meant to be my mistress.
So did I.
But how does Suzanne know?
No what?
About Suzette being my niece.
You just said you haven't got a niece.
I don't, but Jacqueline thinks I do.
Why does Jacqueline think that?
Oh dear. Because
Because I didn't want my husband to know that Robert was supposed to be my lover.
Yes, that's right. Wait, what?
You have a husband?
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
You never mentioned him before.
Well, you never asked.
Oh my God.
And as he'd probably kill Robert if he found out that I was supposed to be his mistress,
Oh God.
I thought it would be best if everyone who didn't need to think he was my lover thought he was my uncle instead.
That's quite bright of you, Suzette.
Yes, very bright of you, Suzette.
Mm-hmm. That'll be another 200 francs, please.
Well, as long as you promise not to let your husband kill me.
Oh, he hasn't killed anyone yet.
Good.
Just broken a few bones here and there.
Oh God.
What I'm still trying to figure out is this business about me having an affair with your niece.
Who?
Your niece.
I don't have a niece.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wait, who are you having an affair with?
You.
Good.
You're having an affair with me now?
Good God. You don't mess about, do you, big boy?
That's what Jacqueline thinks.
Oh.
Your wife thinks that?
Yes.
Why?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, let me know when you do, because I'd like to know too. And so would my husband.
Oh my God.
I think I can tell you actually.
You can?
Yes, Jacqueline thinks you're having an affair with Suzette because she found a letter from Suzanne saying thank you for the coat, which you gave to Suzanne, but Jacqueline thinks I gave to Suzette.
Ah, I see. No, I don't.
Why not?
Why did she think the note was to me?
Well, she found it in your jacket pocket.
Ah, I see. No, I don't.
Why not?
Why did she think the note was from Suzette?
We made out that the coat was Suzette's.
Ah, I see. No, I don't.
Why not?
What was she doing going through my jacket pockets in the first place?
Well,
Well, why shouldn't she go through your jacket pockets? I go through my husband's pockets.
My wife's not like that. She trusts me.
Stupid woman.
quiet. And in any case, she found it when she was hanging your jacket up to dry.
Thoughtful woman.
And an angry woman.
Now it's starting to make sense. That's why she doused me with the soda siphon. Dude, you too? What do you mean, me too?
I mean...
He means that she did the same thing to me.
What, soda down your front?
Oh, worse. Ice.
Why?
Well, for the same reason, probably. Because she thinks you and I are having an affair.
I see.
It's not surprising she's cross.
Wait, what right does she have to be cross?
What?
I'm the one who should be cross. In fact, I should be furious. In fact, I am.
Why?
All she has is this little insignificant note to go on. That could mean anything. I have proof.
Of your own affair?
No, you fool, of her affair.
Of her affair?
Going on right under my nose. And I can tell you, I'm hopping mad.
Oh, God!
You may well say, oh God, my friend.
Oh, Lord!
I didn't realize how much it would affect me.
Oh, please!
It's made me so mad, I could do unmentionable things.
Please, control yourself, Bernard. There's no reason to get so carried away.
Carried away? I'm not the one that's going to get carried away. Once I find out who it is, I'm going to have his private parts pickled and pinned in a picture frame in the piggery.
Oh, that's very nasty. Wait, when you find out who it is,
Yes.
you mean you don't know who it is?
Of course not. Do you think he'd still be alive if I did?
Oh, I see.
Do you think he'd still be in one piece?
Oh, thank God.
What for?
That you haven't committed a murder yet?
Not yet, but I'm going to just as soon as I find out who it is.
But you still have no idea who he is.
Not yet.
Phew.
Is that all you got to say? You find out someone's sleeping with my wife behind my back, and all you can say is,
That swine.
exactly.
That bastard.
That's better.
He deserves all that he gets.
And he's gonna get it. Pickled.
Yes. Yes. He said that already.
Right. I thought it all through, and I've decided to have everything out in the open.
Yes, most of it is.
Enough of these subterfuges. I know all about you.
What?
Everything about you.
What about me?
You and her. First of all, not Robert's girlfriend, she's his niece.
Here we go again.
And secondly, she's not having an affair with him, she's having one with you.
It's like a record.
Do you deny it?
I don't deny anything. I have never been so many different people and had so many different affairs with so many different men in my life. It's very nice to be so popular.
You see? Tramp. Rude. And since I know the truth about you, it's only fair that you should know the truth about me.
Now, Jacqueline.
Leave us, please, Suzette.
Huh?
I have some matters concerning your family that I wish to reveal, which I think it best you not know about.
By all means. The more I get to know about what little I knew in the beginning, the less chance there is of me finding out what happens in the end.
Really, I'd have credited you with more taste than that.
Well, she's not that bad.
So you admit it.
No, I don't.
Well, I found proof.
What proof?
Thank you for the gorgeous, gorgeous coat, you gorgeous, gorgeous man. Susie.
What are you talking about? Do you know what she's talking about?
No idea.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Only he doesn't give gorgeous, gorgeous coats to his mistresses. Do you, Robert? He gives rotten pairs of gloves.
They were jolly nice gloves.
What do gloves have to do with it?
Nothing.
And what did you mean just now when you said you'd get back to me?
Well, darling, haven't we always said that marriage is an equal partnership?
Well, yes, of course.
Therefore, if you were to have a mistress, wouldn't it be fair for me to have a lover?
Now, Jacqueline.
Quiet ears.
Well,
If it were true that I had a mistress,
yes,
in a purely hypothetical sense,
of course.
it might conceivably be said that it could be theoretically proper for you to proclaim a purely academic relationship with a figurative lover.
Thank you.
Now, Jacqueline.
Quiet you. And since I know all about your mythical mistress, it's only fair that you should know about my illusory lover.
Jacqueline, please.
What? You have a lover?
Yes.
Jacqueline.
Who is it? I'll kill him.
Jacqueline, please.
Promise?
I'll castrate him.
Please, Jackie.
Jolly good.
Who is he?
Him.
Oh,
Him?
Yes,
Robert?
exactly.
Is this true?
it's nonsense.
Can it be?
No, absolutely not.
Because if it is,
It isn't. And if it were, you wouldn't. If it would, you wouldn't be fair. You're just as bad as I am. Which I'm not.
Pickler and pins in the piggery!
Lord, please, I've only got two.
Who's that?
How should I know?
You know?
No, but I'm sure glad to see this.
I'll get it. Stay where you are, you.
I've come to take her home.
Who?
The cook.
The cook?
Yes, has she finished?
I thought you were staying the night.
And why would she do that?
Well, it was so late.
Oh, I always fetch her. That way she can't get into any trouble, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yes, quite.
Of course, if she's not ready, I'm quite happy to wait, as you all seem to be celebrating.
May we ask who you are exactly?
I'm George,
George.
her husband.
Oh, God.
How fascinating.
I work as a chef too, you see, and when I finish, I come along to see if Susie is finished. Is she finished?
I think we're all finished.
What?
Yes, I think she's finished.
Good. Are you the mistress
Depends on what you mean exactly.
of the house?
Oh, yes, I'm the mistress of the house. I'm also the mistress of him and the wife of him.
Very cozy.
Yes, isn't it?
I don't know how you put up with that.
What?
Having your wife's lover in the house?
Neither do I.
If it were me, I'd kill it.
I was just about to, actually.
Do you need any help?
Thank you. I'll let you know if I do.
Right. Well, then if she's finished, then where is she?
I don't know. Where is she, Bernard?
Who?
Susie, of course.
She left.
Why?
She finished, so she left, right? Left.
Left, right, left.
She wouldn't have left.
Why not?
She knew I was coming.
Perhaps that's why she left.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, perhaps she left to meet you along the way.
She never leaves when I'm coming. She must be here.
Maybe she's gone upstairs.
Upstairs?
Susie!
What would she be doing upstairs?
No idea. Having the foggiest.
Susie! There she is. Why did you say she left? And she's changed.
She left to go upstairs to change?
There was no need.
There wasn't?
Look who's here.
Who?
George, he's come to take you home.
Take me home?
Yes.
What for?
Well,
Who's this?
who does it look like?
Don't ask me.
Your wife?
My wife?
Your wife, the cook?
She's certainly not my wife, and she doesn't look much like a cook.
Are you objecting?
Not at all. Very nice.
Thank you.
If you like your beef rare. But, are you the cook?
On and off.
So where's Susie?
This is Susie.
Not my Susie.
Really?
Perhaps she left.
I came to the right house to drop her off. Are you saying I don't know one house from another? Now it's time to pick her up?
No.
But it's true. There is another Susie here. But it can't be your Susie.
Can't be your Susie.
Firstly, she's not a cook. She's an actress.
That's right.
Secondly, she's this man's niece.
That's right.
And thirdly, she's my husband's mistress.
That's right.
Very cozy. Quite a menage you have here.
Yes, isn't it?
Yes, isn't it?
Well, that certainly can't be my Susie.
Why not?
My Susie is definitely a cook, not an actress. I know all her uncles. And if she was anybody's mistress, I would have killed them both long ago.
Oh, golly.
What?
I've run out of ways to say, oh, God.
Funny, though,
What?
that you should have two Susies here.
Yes, explain that one.
It's a very common name around here.
Yes, we know hundreds of them.
You do?
Yeah, they grow them like flies around here.
My Susie is about this high and about this wide, with a long black skirt and a high white blouse.
Our Susie's much taller than that, I think.
And considerably thinner.
With a very low top.
And a very low skirt.
That can't be my Susie. If she dressed like that, I'd kill her.
Definitely not your Susie.
You should try other places.
Dinner parties going on all over the place.
People gorging themselves from all
Time to go
directions.
find her another house.
Please just get out of here.
Let's go.
Susie!
Oh, God.
I knew you were here.
Of course I'm here, Flower.
I knew you wouldn't have left.
Left where?
Well, these people seem to think. Well, they told me that. Hold on a minute.
Here we go.
First of all, they said you left.
No, I'm still here.
Then they said you were upstairs.
No, I wasn't there.
Then they said you were in another house doing another dinner.
No, this house.
So what was all that nonsense in aid of? And what is more, she told me you were an actress.
No, I'm a cook.
She also told me you were this man's niece.
Oh, don't be silly,
And
Flower.
she also told me you were this man's mistress.
Oh, how ridiculous.
Is it?
Of course it is.
So what are you dressed like this for?
It's a long story.
And what are they all dressed like that for?
Well, you see, old chap.
Don't you old chat me. I knew there was something funny about you lot. Upstairs and downstairs with mistresses and lovers all over the blooming place. There's a ruddy orgy going on here, isn't there?
No.
With my Susie in the middle of it?
No, you don't understand.
I understand, all right?
If we let you up, will you behave yourself, Flower?
Yes. sorry, Petal.
Don't jump to conclusions until you've found out the facts.
Right, so what are the facts?
Yeah, what are the facts?
It's all a game.
A game.
Yes, a game these people like to play after dinner. It's called Happy Families. Isn't that so, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Happy families?
You see, everyone has to pretend to be related to somebody else in the house, while at the same time having a secret affair with somebody else. And then everybody has to guess who everybody's related to and who they're having an affair with. And the more relatives and lovers you have, then the more points you get.
So what happens to the winner?
They get let off the washing up.
Oh,
It's great fun. We must play it sometime.
so that's it.
Yep, that's it.
It's just a game.
Just a game.
So he's not really your lover.
How could he be? I've only just met him.
And he's not really your uncle.
Of course not.
He's not. Oh. I thought he was your uncle. Isn't that why you brought her here in the first place? If you're not her uncle, then what are you?
Of course he's my uncle.
Of course I'm her uncle.
He is? Sort of once removed?
He is?
You haven't got your glasses on, Flower. He's my favorite uncle. Uncle Robert.
Uncle Robert.
You know, the uncle that gives me those nice big presents, whenever I go to cook for him.
Tips?
Presents.
Oh, yes, that uncle.
The generous uncle.
Yes, the generous uncle.
Yes, the very generous uncle.
Yes, I recognize you up close. Haven't seen you in years. Mwah. How are ya?
Just about surviving.
Oh, that's good. How silly of me. Susie.
Flower.
Well, if you're finished with our services then
Oh, yes, I think we have.
I'll take her home. All right, Susie?
Do you need me for anything else tonight, sir?
No, Suzette. I think we're finished. You've been a great help, hasn't she, Robert?
Yes, a lifesaver.
We can go home, Flower. I'll just go get my things.
Well, you all look as if you're ready for bed anyway.
Oh, we are. We just haven't decided who's going to bed with who.
Well, that sounds like a good game.
A wonderful game.
We're all so happy.
I'm sure.
Well, good evening.
Good night.
Thank you for a wonderful evening. And for my lovely new coat.
Don't mention it.
Oh, you can just send my way to the agency. Tips are included.
Well, that's wonderful. Thanks a lot.
What?
She means it's wonderful they've gone.
Thanks a lot to them both.
Oh.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes. You and my wife?
Now, Bernard! Bernard, please, Bernard! Bernard, please! Please!
Oh, you didn't believe him, did you?
You weren't serious?
Of course she wasn't
Of course
serious.
I wasn't.
You were joking?
Of course I
Of
was.
course she was joking.
I must have thought so. Robert never would have done that.
Of course he wouldn't.
Of course I wouldn't.
Dear old Robert. I was just trying to get my own back.
What for?
You and Robert's niece.
Yes. What was that about her being your niece?
What? You mean after all that, she wasn't your niece?
No.
Nor your mistress?
No.
She was just the cook?
Yes, just the cook.
Then who's this?
His mistress.
His mistress?
Yes, my mistress.
Yes? Yes. So you have got a mistress.
Well, sort of.
Sort of?
Well, I've only got her on trial.
And why have you brought your mistress here?
Why shouldn't he bring her here? Is there any reason why old Robert shouldn't bring her here?
No. I can't think of anything.
Well, it's, everything's settled then.
Yes. Except for one little thing.
What?
If Suzanne is his mistress, why all the pretense about the cook being his mistress? And for that matter, his niece.
Robert?
What? You see, it's like this. I didn't realize you had a cook coming over, so when Suzette came, I jumped to the conclusion that she was your mistress, who had showed up since you were supposed to be at your mother's. But since I knew you weren't at your mother's, I suggested that she pose as my mistress so that you wouldn't suspect that she was his mistress. But Suzette jumped to the conclusion that you were my mistress, and I was suggesting that she pose as my mistress so that Bernard wouldn't know what was going on between you and I. But when Suzanne came, who is my mistress, I said that Suzette was actually Bernard's mistress, so that Suzanne would suspect what was going on between her and I. But because Suzette was posing as my mistress, Suzanne had to pose as the cook instead. But then, subsequently, Suzette disclosed that she has a very outsized husband who also mustn't suspect. So, for a small consideration, she consented to be my niece instead, so that no one should suspect anything.
Yes, that's quite clear.
It is?
I understand.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
So, we're all happy?
Well, I'm happy.
I'm very happy.
Are you happy, my sweets?
I suppose so. Except for one little thing.
Now what?
Why did you give the cook a Chanel coat as a present?
What?
Yes. Because of these notes I found in your jacket pocket. One is the receipt for the coat, and the other is her thank you note. My angel, thank you for the gorgeous, gorgeous coat. You gorgeous, gorgeous man. Susie!
I don't know what you're talking about.
I found them in your pocket.
Those are mine, actually.
Yours?
Yes.
Why were you giving a coat to the cook?
I wasn't. I was giving it to Suzanne.
Suzanne?
Yes.
But you said it was the cook's.
I said that so you wouldn't know it was Suzanne, who was supposed to be the cook.
I see. No, I don't.
Why not?
Because the cook's gone off wearing it.
I said she could have it as a reward for playing my niece and my mistress. I'll just give Suzanne another one.
Thank you.
It's, no problem. Oh, wait.
Oh, I see. No, I don't. It still doesn't explain what those notes were doing in Bernard's pocket.
I put them there for safekeeping so that my mistress wouldn't find them.
I see. No, I don't.
Why not?
Suzanne is your mistress. Why were you afraid of her finding them?
I meant my other mistress.
Oh, you mean the cook, when she was pretending to be
Yes,
your
the
mistress.
cook.
Oh, that makes
one.
sense.
That
yes.
mistress.
Yes, I see.
Good.
So, everything's settled?
Yes, that makes loads of sense.
Great. I'm glad we're all happy.
All right, let's go to bed. I'm shattered.
Me too.
Me too. It's so lovely seeing y'all both. I'm so glad I came.
You are?
Yes, and I'm so glad we kept our friendships throughout this whole ordeal. Don't you think that's so important to keep one's friendships?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
Good night then.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Isn't Suzanne going with you?
Oh, I'm a very restless sleeper, remember?
You are. You are?
And Suzanne would prefer to sleep in her own room?
I do? I do. Well, good night then.
Good night.
Good night.
Night. Good old Robert.
Good old Robert.
You know, I got the funny feeling tonight that you were quite attracted to him.
Oh, Robert? Good Lord, no. And I got the suspicion that you quite fancied her.
Suzanne?
Yes.
Not my type at all.
You know, darling, I don't think it was a good idea to invite them here for the weekend.
You don't?
These single people lead such unsettled lives. Very disturbing for us happily married ones.
Yes, indeed.
We should let them do their cavorting elsewhere.
I agree.
We've got everything we need.
Yes, we do.
We wouldn't want to spoil it.
Let's go to bed.
Yes, let's.
Yes?
Oh, there you are.
I was just,
Oh, so was I.
what?
Wondering what's supposed to happen now.
I'm not sure. Were you expecting...
Oh, I hardly think so. In the circumstances.
No.
Not that I really want it in the circumstances.
Quite.
There was actually a pretty silly idea altogether.
In the circumstances.
Yes, well, was I to get the impression that your circumstances were a bit like my circumstances?
Yeah, sort of.
Ah,
It was pretty silly all around.
yes.
Us single people ought to do our own thing.
Yes,
With our own sorts.
in our own way.
What's it, like in the piggery?
How do you like it in the cowshed?
Huh. It's, very nice in the cowshed.
I think that I would prefer it in the cowshed.
Oh, well then I'll just go to the piggery.
No! No! I couldn't turn you out into the piggery.
Well, if you don't mind sharing the cowshed.
I'd love to share the cowshed. I've wanted to share the cowshed ever since you pitched my taxi.
So have I. Oh, but I must warn you, I'm a very restless sleeper.
Who says you're going to get any sleep? After all, you must have a reward.
A reward? What for?
I mean another gorgeous, gorgeous coat.
Oh God,